Yeah, I'm cheating on my paps tonight with old Milwaukee. If you ever had no Milwaukee, tell me your story in the comments. Hey, so this is a great question. Um, but why his mom? Why Maggie Murdaugh? If Paul was known to always be there down at the hangar, down at the kennels, um, then why her too? Easy question. And I'm glad you asked that because I haven't talked about this for a while. If you recall, during the trial, when Alex Murdaugh, I think he was, full of crap on a lot of stuff. But I think one of the things that he told the truth about was when he said, okay, so I lied. I was down there and I went down to the kennels. Paul was doing the same with his phone, with the dog and the tail. Bubba's running around the chicken in his mouth. I got the chicken out of his mouth. I put the chicken up. The last thing I wanted to do was sweat, so I got out of there. Then what'd you do? I left. What'd you say? I don't remember. Um, but he did say he talked to Maggie. So here's the thing about the way that place is. So think about this. You have the dog kennels over to the right. Then to the left of that, um, where the chicken cage was, is the hangar. And to go to the hangar that way is also the way to the house. Now, if you're the real unalivers, you're in the woods behind the hangar and you're down about 5 to 6 feet below ground over there. And so you can't see on the other side of the hangar. So one of two things happened. I don't know which. Either Maggie walked alongside the golf cart, which I doubt. The second one is probably the more likely, is that she's like, I'm going to the hangar. I'm going to check on the packages. Blanca said that that's where all the packages, the UPS packages were left. Um, Paul had left his GUNs there. Um, so that's where she went. And she probably said, hopped on the golf cart, said, give me a ride to the hangar. And they talked for a second, and she stopped talking. She was no longer talking to Paul. She went in the hangar, and he left. Now, at about 8:49, or a few minutes before, it's pretty dark out there. And so he takes off. By the time that they can see him behind the hangar where they are in the woods, by the time they can see him, all they can see is a shadow of the golf cart in the distance with taillights. But the last thing they saw was Maggie and Alec on the golf cart heading in front of the hangar. They couldn't see it. He drops her off. Boom, he's gone. They think they're both on there. They wait the 2 minutes that it takes for that golf cart to go 12 miles an hour or so, 1,100 yards up to the house, and they come out at 8:49, 31, and the rest is history. Great question. Thanks. Crowd got.